Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? By the way, please let me know if you can't hear me. We have Deanna, Cynic, Tara, Gems, Amanda, AbFab. Let's see. Who else we got here? Lots of stream elements. Of course, the lovely Marmalade, Mary. Hello, hello. How we all doing? It's a beautiful Sunday. Well, it's not so much beautiful. It's kind of gray and rainy, but I'm here for it. I don't mind it. Oh, hi, Bertree. How are you doing? Nice to see everybody's shining faces, right? That's what we used to say in when you're in elementary school. Look at all the shining faces. Hello, Tater's mom. Welcome in. Good, good. I'm glad. Just let me know if you ever need me to adjust my volume. And by the way, I am drinking water, so I don't catch any flack. I am drinking water. The lovely Marmalade made me some sparkling water, and we put some fresh limes in it. I am actually doing pretty darn good. Thanks for asking. I am pretty darn good. We're working on trying out a couple fun stream elements, but we're trying to fix it. Could I please turn the volume up? Yes, I can. There. I turned it up a little bit. It's lovely seeing all the little jam jars here. I'm going to give you guys some hearts for coming in today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody coming in on your Sunday. Gonna have some fun. I've got some things all prepped and ready to go. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome in. Am I ever going to visit other valleys? Well, funny you should say that, but that is something we're going to talk about today. Yes, I do want to visit other valleys, for sure. For sure. I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes here. I know some people are trickling in. Just allow a couple more to show up here. So yeah, we're trying out some fun little chat commands, but we're just trying to get it adjusted. Will you come and race on my floating island that you redid? I mean, sure. We'll have to arrange a time for me to do that. That would be fun. Okay, so I will go ahead and get started here. First thing I want to talk about real quick is the channel itself. So we are offering memberships. We're going to be doing some member-only videos coming up. So if you haven't yet become a member, that is open to you. It's not necessary, of course. You just get some access to these fun little emotes. And I will promise to love you no matter what. But if you'd like to use our little sugar berry friend, you can join the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. We are growing by leaps and bounds, and it's very exciting. We're looking to hit 1,000 subscribers. I almost said members, but that's insane. We're looking to hit 1,000 subscribers. So that's our goal right now. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Also, hi, Steph. Welcome in. The Discord page, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the Discord page so we can take a look together. Okay. So here we have the Discord page. I have created a channel within the page called Decor Camp Chat. And the way I envision using this particular chat is kind of if you have decor questions for me or would like me to take a look at something, you want some advice, does this match or whatever the case may be, you just click on Decor Camp Chat. You can drop that in there. I pinned a message at the top as kind of as an example. Hi, Jean. How are you? And Christian, welcome in. So my example is I need help choosing house placement in the courtyard, in Eternity Isle. Here's what I've done so far. So you can do something like this and you can drop a pic for me and then I will make sure to respond. I check it every day. So yeah, I think this will be really helpful. And if anybody else has ideas, you can also chime in. This is just a chat section where we can help one another and just help with decor. So, you know, this is a good place to get help. Now, if you've done something and Marmalade's checking out our new lurk command. If you've done something that you definitely want me to just to see, if you're just dropping something to see, you can just put that in Share Your Valley. But this Decor Camp chat is specifically for asking for help and that kind of thing. Hello, Martin. Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, that's the Discord. If you haven't yet joined our Discord, Marmalade will drop the link there and then you can join up. If you don't have Discord and want to get some help, I'm going to link the jam email in the description of this video, or I think it's actually in my YouTube profile, but you can email me as well and I can respond that way as well. Hi, Kat. Welcome in. So yeah, I think that will be super helpful. Hopefully. I hope that's super helpful. Okay. So some of the things we want to cover today, we went over color story last time. We went over a basic kind of path discussion. We went over some discussions a little bit about the biomes themselves, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to start number one with rule number one, which is, if you remember, it is your valley. It has to please you. It has to function for you. I am in no way, shape, or form telling you how to decorate or where to decorate. These are just tips and tricks that I've learned that I'm sharing with you guys, things that I know in design. I'm not a professional designer by any means, but I'm navigating the DDV world just like you are. So I would like to start with some pathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to my floating island here. And I don't know what I'm doing there. What I'd like to talk about is pathing and the different kinds of ways that we can... Oh, I think she might have fixed it, folks. Marmalade's into Screamo. I don't know if you knew that, but she's now lurking and into Screamo music. So if you want to try the lurk command out and see what music you like, that's a fun one. Okay, so what we have here is a plain path. I'm just using the leafy path as an example. This is what the leafy path unbordered looks like, and you can definitely use it that way. I'm going to show you some different ways that we can take it up a notch. We're going to keep dialing up the volume here as we go along. Okay, so the step up from unbordered plain leafy path is, Martin's into Broadway music. Love it. And Marmalade is 25% in love with Update Day. Cynic's into Screamo too. I mean, it's a good one, right? Let's play a little bit here. Let's see. Steph is into 80s hair band. Love that for you. I love it. 80s works for you. I mean, I'm same. That's so funny. Let's see, Bertrie's into Screamo too. Wow, it really wants to choose Screamo. Marmalade's 22% in love with Eric. Shocking. Shocking, Marmalade. That is so funny. Let's see, Jam. Marmalade loves Drunken Monkey Jam. I love it. Drunken Monkey is actually a real jam, by the way, which is super funny to me. We were looking up jams to add into the, the fun element here. And Drunken Monkey is actually an alcoholic jam that you can make. Didn't know that. You love Eric. I mean, that's fun. So yes, if you want to type in the exclamation mark, and you can type either jam, love, or lurk, there's fun little messages that'll pop up. Cynic is 16% in love with the capybara. I mean, I don't blame you, but only 16%? Yes, not Eric. Okay. So the next step up from unbordered path is obviously the one with border here. And you can see it just adds a little nice element. Now, the one thing with this particular border path is, oh, Bertrie's in love with 10% in love with selfie dream snaps. Shocking. Shocking. Okay, so the one thing about the leafy one and a couple of the others is it is square, so it's harder to get those rounded edges. So just food for thought. If you really like, straight paths, the bordered path is a really good one to choose, but it does take your decor up a notch. Okay, so the next thing we can look at, if you use the unbordered path, we can use stone. I'm going to actually go up here because we'll be able to see this a little bit better. So we can use different kinds of stones to, again, just taking our decor up a notch. This is straight stone, not rotated at all. And you can see it's a very clean lined path. And if you keep your stone going the exact same route, you get this kind of clean line. Or if you want to go for a more country cottagecore look, you can go over what I did over here and just rotate them every so often. It doesn't have to be every one, like maybe every third one, or, just make it look a little bit mismatched. Okay, so you can see the different, how they look. It just adds a little bit of dimension to the path itself. Okay. Over here, we have this stone. These are the stones that are found in rock, as well as these. I forget what they're called. I think it's just called stone cluster. Okay, these are the meadow ones. I just happened to choose those. And again, these are the same stones going the exact same way, so it's a little bit of a clean line. Or you can turn them and you can see it adds a little bit of a wavy texture. So if we go back in here, you can see when you're walking through, the thing with these particular stones is you cannot walk over them, so it does trap you in. You need to make sure that you're leaving yourself space to get out. So you could maybe pop a couple out here and use a fern, etc., just to utilize the path a little bit differently. And then over here, we can run on top of these and in and out. So these are a little bit more versatile in that regard. And you can see how this adds just a little bit of wave to the path itself. Okay. Let's go over here. And then if we want to take up... Oh, no problem, Bertrie. Stay safe, please. These are using the petals. You can use the petals, which is in foliage, it is the ones that you see here is the white one, which I believe everyone has, this plumeria flower path. And then we do have the pink magnolia path as well. So dealer's choice. Just for our purposes here, I just chose to use the white ones. So you can see these are the ones, I took these out and did not rotate any of them. I just connected it down the line of the path. Again, making kind of a clear line down the pathing itself. And then over here, I have started just rotating. I literally count to 3 and then slap it down. So if I picked up another straight one out of the, and I wanted to connect it, I just go 1, 2, 3, and then I put it down. Pick it up again and copy it, 1, 2, 3, and so forth. And then you'll get this kind of nice wavy line of the flowers. Okay, so now we're going to start connecting things together and taking it up even more. Again, we're just progressing per area. So here we see I have put the pack of the rock clusters. I don't know why I keep wanting to say pack. The rock clusters on top of the floral path. Okay, so you can see it adds even another dimension. So again, these are all facing the same way, and then again, these are turned and connected together. So you can see the dynamic that we're building here. Okay, we came from that just plain path, and then now we're up to this kind of more advanced level. Okay, so now we're going to take a big jump, and we're going to just put everything together. And this is what you can create. Okay, your path doesn't necessarily have to be at ground level. So you can see this path here is just, it's all at ground level. If I tilt my camera, there's nothing up here, right? Now, if I had a house or something at the end of the path, you'd see that. But oh, thank you guys for 16 likes. Thank you, Birchery. But now we've added dimension going vertical. I'm using the same items. Where are the white flower petals from? They should be in your furniture, and then in landscaping, in underbrush, and then the plumeria flower path. I believe it could be a DLC item, but I just can't remember. I got to be honest. But I know everybody should have the magnolia bloom pathing. That one for sure. It works the exact same way as the white one. If you don't have the white one, you should have the pink. We need a like hype command. Go for it, Marmalade. I trust you. I know where you live. Okay, so now we've gotten to the point where we can go vertical. We're using the same concepts here, and you can see it's just rock, okay? And then we have connected all different kinds in here. It's a DLC item from the Elysian Fields. Okay, so you might not have the white ones, but you should definitely have the pink ones. So when you're building your path up, my suggestion is to build it on layers and then build out and then up. So we're going to go ahead and go to our blank path, and we're going to build one up together. Okay, so you can see all the different elements that we're using here to build not just up, but you can see it goes back a little bit too. So we have some depth, we have some height, and that creates this dynamic path. Thank you, AbFab. Yeah, I just couldn't remember where it was from. Okay, here's another couple items that we can look at with pathing. You can also put, because we can walk on top of the rock clusters, you can put them down and kind of rotate them here and there. just so they don't look too uniform, but you can put them down the center of your path, and that creates some dimension to that as well. And then here are some unconventional items you can use for pathing. You can use rugs on top of the path. You can line your path with flower boxes. You can put fencing here and there. Doesn't necessarily have to be fencing in the whole area, but you could just fence maybe a corner here and there, or maybe just pop in a couple pieces in between some bushes. Here I've used the Tiana flowers. Now, again, some of the items you can't walk across, so you have to be careful in leaving some sections open for yourself. Here I've taken bushes and created this kind of with lamps and then bushes in between, but looking the exact same way. So there's all different kinds of things you can do, and pathing, I think, and enhancing that pathing is an important step in bringing up the level of your decor. Okay, so let's build up this path over here that we just laid down. It's pretty plain, but let's say we want to make it for the beach. Okay, so if I'm thinking of the beach, the first thing I'm going to want to do is identify what kind of colors am I using at the beach, right? What kind of vibe am I going for on the beach? But we're just going to, for our purposes here, we're going to make it just a regular old beach build. We're going to use some palm trees. You can even use this kind of thing around your path to create almost like an archway. So if you do something like this, and we can rotate and then create on the other side, you can even go kind of like in between. Okay, so I'm gonna place one there and then another one. Whoops, I should have just copied it. And then here. So what that does is now I've created this really cool archway. You could go down the entire path by doing that. Oh, thank you, BMO. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's nice to see a new face. Okay, so what you can do on top of this, now we can maybe play around with adding even more dimension. So once you've created maybe this beach arch, you can place maybe rocks in front, okay? Depending on how wide you've made your path, okay, you can do all kinds of things. Like what if I did something like this? And we just keep going with that. And now, you know, I've created a thicker border. Remember, we're creating dimension sideways and we're creating dimension up. So it's all about making the eye interested in what it's looking at, basically, is what we're doing here. Okay. And then if I need to create a section to run through, you can use maybe we do just a little bit of a rock situation here with some flowers underneath. Okay. I'm just going to grab one. And we just put this here, and this allows me maybe to get to a mining node that I need to get to. And now I can just walk right over that and get out before my next set of trees goes in. Okay, so let's keep going here. So let's fill out this beach path, maybe a little bit more. Let's throw in maybe some ferns. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. So if I throw in maybe some ferns here, and you pick the color that you like, what matches the most. If I went with the plaza flower, that's going to match the top of my trees a little bit more. Or I can create just a little bit of a different color variation by using this maybe a darker green. So let's say I'm going to create a gap here. Can even put it so it's over the path just a little bit. Again, just creating that interest for the eye. And then I'm going to continue my archway here. Maybe, if it lets me. Why aren't you highlighting? Let me get it up. Sometimes we work and sometimes we don't. Oh, now it's working again. Okay. And then it just stopped again. Come on. There we go. I have to grab it at the leaf part for some reason. I'm going to continue to create this pretty archway. I can even leave the same gap here if I wanted to, or I can keep filling it in. Again, remember rule number 1, this is your valley. It's got to function and make you smile. That's rule number 1. If it doesn't make you smile, then you need to redo it because, you know, you're running around your valley and doing everything. So you can see, look at the pretty depth we've created here, and then with the rocks and things in between, it's really got my eye focusing. And remember, this was just this plain path a few seconds ago, right? Do you see that? You can see the difference and kind of how boring this looks versus something like this, which is a lot more dynamic. Okay, well, another thing you can add, you can even add some seating along your pathing, right? We love when we see our villagers kind of just sitting and chilling. Maybe I just put like a little chair moment here. Can even put a little end table next to it, or maybe there's 2 chairs and they're sitting and chatting. But yeah, just keep plugging away at it. I don't like that. I know this is just for purposes that we're looking at, but it's bugging me. Oh my goodness. Let's grab something more beachy. Let's see. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something that's straight across. It can be something that's, you know, you can put things on an angle, play around with your shapes. You can even maybe do something like the curved marble bench here. Like, let's say we want to put this right here and do this marble instead of something, you know, along the other side. You can put in, we talk about unconventional items. One of the items that you can do on a beach build that's really cute is, let's see, oops. I like putting in the little ice cream stands. We have so many of them in so many different colors. You can put in one of those, like let's say it goes right there. So you can see here, I'm building in and I'm building out and up. And as you keep doing this and as you keep filling it in, hi, Caroline Rose, welcome in. But yeah, you can see how much more dynamic that pathing looks now that we've just played around with just adding a few pieces here. For those of you on Switch, one of the things that I really like to do is I like to use fencing, not necessarily to fence off the entire area, but I like to just add some pieces as decor instead of trying to, you know, up my item limit to the point where it's maxed out. So I will just add maybe, you know, just a little bit here and there just to add some fun moments. And it goes vertical, but it doesn't suck up your item limit maybe as much because you're using different textures and whatnot with the fencing. And any fencing does this. Any fencing will work. The only ones I think that add to your item limit are the Toy Story fence, maybe this brick corner post. I don't know. You'll have to play around with that, but kind of see, you know, what you'd like to add and whatnot. And then I can start adding greenery around that fencing. You know, if I want to add some tropical, you know, plants and things here and there just to fill in around the fence. So you can see, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything fancy per se. Like we just threw in a fern and a few palm trees, but look at the kind of fun archway we've created here. And Vanellope likes to sit. I mean, how cute is that, though? If you put little benches in your walkway when you're running through your village and you see villagers just chilling, relaxing on the seating, especially Olaf and Wally. They're the cutest ever. Any questions on this? Hi, Mel. Welcome in. The ice cream stands. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked that. Yeah, I mean, don't be afraid to play around with items like that to kind of utilize those as pathing moments. Ice cream stands are great. Well, small popcorn ones with balloons, um, you know, all of those kinds of things. I think are really good items to use and really help make your pathing more dynamic. And the other one, there we have all kinds of lighting. That's all kinds of shapes, sizes, etc. Make sure that you're using your lighting along your pathway as well, and that creates, a more dynamic pathway as well. Hot cocoa, welcome in. Welcome in. How was your lunch? I am drinking water, by the way. Did you see it? Any questions on this? Hi, Jay. Nice to see you, friend. By the way, with the palm trees, real quick, the lighting that is made for the beach, these torches, they fit pretty darn close. And they're really pretty to line your path with. These low ones, these add a really cute element to your path as well. So, like if we were to put this down over here by the fencing, you can see that that makes a really cute. Hot cocoa is 27% in love with the premium shop. Only 27%? I mean, I can see that. You really do hate to spend your moonstone. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. I am having an awesome day. We are looking at some really fun pathing ideas. So we love a hydrated queen. I try. I'm trying to stay off the Diet Coke and drink some more water today. I don't know how long it's going to last, but we'll see. Lighting like this also is really pretty around a path. Hello, Mr. Star. Did I do mean girl? We're not mean girl snapping anymore. We call it constructive snap voting. We haven't done any voting yet. This is Decor Camp, so we're learning all kinds of things about decor and how to make our decor great. So we started with a plain path here, and then the next step would be the bordered path. And then we can do stone. We can do stone straight. We could do stone in like a cottage core look. And this is using that same concept, but with the flat rock that you can run across. Bertree loves the mac and cheese pants. Here's what the path looks like with some floral border. Hello, Lainey. Welcome in. Welcome in. And then we can combine the rock path with the flowers underneath. So we can do even more. So we're just building upon until we get to a point where we can do something like this. And then we can see how a path looks not just at a ground level, but in a more dynamic fashion where you're going vertical as well. And then we're talking about unconventional items, not necessarily unconventional, but things you can use along pathing like flower boxes, fences, and like we're doing over here where we're adding all kinds of different elements. You can use ice cream stands, popcorn stands, everything kind of in here. So that's where we're at with our decor camp so far. But since you're here, Mr. Star, and we're talking about star snaps, which I don't know if anybody saw my Eric snap, but I'm excited to reveal it next week when voting is done for that. I don't want to influence the vote or anything if you come across mine. I want to get a natural vote. but I loved how it turned out. And the next challenge, so the next challenge we have is on the portal. The Star Snap is to celebrate snaps in general. So basically, we're just creating a kind of, I don't know. What are we, your membership is weird. I see your membership. I see it. So the next one, we just do kind of a celebration snap in general. Is that what I'm understanding? Oh, no problem, Ruby. I just want to make sure that I'm understanding the snap right. I'm guessing, I mean, based on what you said earlier, I think that's what we're just doing, kind of like an overall celebrating snaps. Oh, yes. If you haven't subscribed to Lainey, please do so. She's a lot of fun. And you'll have to ask her to work her Stitch puppet for you. I'll play in some Palea. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, yes, we have new commands: lurk, love, and jam. Oh, you love the character's outfit? Thank you. Vanellope is really, she is like in love with this path, right? Feature something memorable to you on your Dream Step journey, a favorite build, a favorite memory, or anything memorable. Oh, thank you. Coco, thank you. Oh, and congrats, Deanna, on your membership. Oops, your finger slipped. My buns. Thank you. Thank you, friend. And Deanna, welcome. You can now access all the little fun emotes. Okay, so I think I got the Star Snap. I think I got it figured out of what I'm going to do. If you're not on the portal, I highly suggest it. Not only does it allow you for a place to kind of store all your pretty dream snaps and whatnot, there's a help section for dream snaps. You can look at everybody else's and get some inspiration. Inspiration only, we don't copy. You can private message people now, so you can have, you know, communication between you. If there's something, maybe you see a snap and you have a question, how did you do that, etc. You can send that person a message now. We have Star Snaps now, which is just a fun competition just for fun, and it's great. And the community is just such a great one to be part of. So if you're not part of the portal, you just joined today, Bima. Oh, that's fantastic. I am so glad to hear that. That is great. It's a lovely place to be. Thank you, Marmalade, for dropping the link to the portal. If you're not on the portal, you know, it's not necessary. It's not sanctioned by, you know, Gameloft or anything, but Mr. Star does an incredible job. You can use it for free. He has a premium membership, though, that does offer some definite perks, and you get like a little bit more star coin. You get access to some special banners and things for your home page. You can decorate that how you'd like. So yeah, I mean, if you can, you know, join up, but it is free and it's, you know, a really, really fun thing. So I wanted to plug that. I'm a big fan of the portal. Is there a problem? Uh-oh. Tech support's here. Oh no, what did I do?
No, I think you weren't noticing the hints I was dropping.
I wasn't. What?
Because like hype 33.
Whoop whoop. Oh, thank you. I need a new like goal.
By the way, would you like a brownie?
No, but could I have some more water?
Okay, I'll get you more sparkling water.
Yay.
Do you want me to replace the water that's in there? Because it's kind of flat.
No, it's fine. You've improved so much since joining, and there's so many insanely. Absolutely. And hello, by the way, I have an. You know, it's one of those things in the portal where I look at my snaps and then I look at everybody else's, and it's not like I put myself down. I have to remind myself that it's my snap, but it really does push me, right? So like when you see other people and you say, wow, I think I can do something like that. And maybe I take an extra 15 minutes and I try out that trick or something like that. It really does push you. So I think it's great to see that you feel like you've gotten better since joining too. Because I know that's how I got better as well, for sure. Hands down.
I'm going to work on making a Google form, and that I'll set up a command for it so we can reuse it. And so hopefully that'll be done by the end of stream.
Woohoo! Love a good Google form. What was that? Like hype? We are at like, I mean, it's hard on the Switch though. I know, Malin. I really do know. Hi, Chill. Welcome in. I know Switch players definitely struggle, and I completely understand that. I do actually have a video on Decor for Switch, ways to kind of stretch your limit. And we're actually going to talk about a couple of those in just a minute or two here. We're going to talk about how to utilize basic items that are already in your biomes that you can't get rid of necessarily. Things like fruit trees and flowers and things that spawn. How we can use those for decor. Okay, you can use those in your builds themselves to enhance dream snaps. You can use them to enhance builds around houses, etc. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Let's hit, I don't know, what kind of light goal should I put in here? What do we think? Ooh, light goal 40? I don't know. I don't want to press it. It's sad when you don't meet it. Oh my gosh. Okay. The struggle on the Switch is real for sure. And it's really hard with snaps like Limitless Landscape and you're on the Switch. It's like, oh great. Well, how about my limited item limit? I mean, I get it. I really do. I don't play on Switch. You want my light goal to be 50, Taters Mom. I mean, I don't know about that. Oh, we can do it. Woohoo! Uh-oh. Lainey Faye is into ska music. I mean, I didn't see you as a ska fan, Lainey, but enjoy that ska while you lurk. You just voted on 50 star snaps. I did the same today. I voted for my whole 50. Whose birthday is tomorrow besides Donald Duck? Is it you, Chill? Is it your birthday? I'm at 39 right now. Oh, okay. I should have known that. I apologize. We'll make it 50. Taters Mom, you were right. I should have listened to you. But yeah, I definitely feel like the Switch players are definitely at a disadvantage. We do see that they are trying to do things more with the Switch too, but I can understand if you're not going to go out and buy one. I mean, I'm not, but I get it. I really do. But again, if you have a question about what to do on the Switch during a specific dream snap, you can put that question in the portal. You can send it on Discord. This community will help, and no one's going to judge you. If you are genuinely asking for assistance, I don't know of a single person that I have met in all of my years in streams, on streams, talking with people, being on the portal that would be rude and not help and be nasty. Maybe on Reddit, but don't put it there. You're going to buy an Xbox one day. I mean, I can see that. I can see that. Happy birthday, Chill. Happy birthday. Let's get some hearts in chat for Chill and their birthday. But yeah. Okay, so I wanted to hype the portal when Mr. Star came in. DDV has a wonderful community. Always feel free to ask. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lainey has a Discord. Mr. Star has Discord and Portal. Hot Cocoa has Discord. I have a Discord. I am not proprietary. If you want to ask me, ask me. If you want to ask Hot Cocoa, ask Hot Cocoa. Because when we all succeed and do well on Dream Snaps, the more of us want to do it, right? I mean, that's just my opinion. The more we succeed together, the more Dream Snaps will grow, and you know, everybody will at Gameloft hopefully will notice, and they'll enhance the system like they just did, right? They didn't have to change the camera. Hi, Megley. You saw a ton of glamour shots for Eric's snaps. Yes, I did too. They were so funny. You're so worried that Nintendo will make Gameloft put the Switch 2 version and cost money. I don't know. I think, Mr. Star, you did a video on that saying that there were upgraded games already out there. I don't remember who did it, but there are already upgraded games for the Switch 2. So, like, there was a Legend of Zelda one. There was like a Street Fighter one, etc. But I think they did have like a small upcharge. It wasn't the full price of the game. You didn't have to pay for that, but it was like a $5 upgrade, or, you know, like an upgrade charge. You're voting on Star Steps right now, and you're seeing so many recorder playing Eric's. Yes. But thankfully, they're not in, there's no auditory sound with that. We don't have to listen to the recorder playing. I did vote for mine this morning, and there were some really good ones. You're trying to save for a Steam Deck. Totally understand. Mr. Star was mean to you, Bertree. Oh, I'm sure he didn't mean it. I'm 100% sure. If they charge for the Switch 2, people will riot. I can't see that they're going to. Yeah. It's got to be like just a small upcharge. Flute Boy snaps. Exactly. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're talking. I don't know, Mr. Star, but evidently you mentioned his snap in a maybe one of your streams, and you weren't nice to it, and it made him feel bad. That's what I'm thinking. Hot Coco's Eric needs to go away. Agreed. Well, he's stuck on the island still, I think. It's a first grade instrument. Oh my gosh. Too funny. Whoops. Okay. So we'll take a final look here at pathing, and then we'll move on. So we got our plane path upgraded. So you can see here along the way how we upgrade the path just by using different items and enhancing it. We can combine everything together. We can put those petals underneath. You could even do just petals all along the path. Just know that the petals do count against your item limit, as do the rocks. So like we were talking about, maybe use big rocks instead of the little ones. You can see here, this bigger rock took up a lot more space where, you know, this would have been maybe 4 items. It's only 1. Okay. Beach grass. There is a particular beach grass. It is it's like the smaller around, but Hot Cocoa 73% in love with Rapunzel. That is so cute. And Marmalade loves Vanellope's house. Just a little though. You're gonna lurk, Jay. No problem. I know you have those 12 hours going on. I just appreciate you being here, Jay. You know that. Chill Chaos is 24% in love with Gameloft. Yeah, I get that. 24% depends on the day. And Ruby's 42% in love with the premium shop. Yes, so decorating on your islands is a great way for Switch players to kind of stretch their decor legs first, because it doesn't count against your valley limits or anything. That's a great way to do that. This particular grass can intersect with a lot of different items, and it just kind of looks a little bit more natural. So you can see here, we can put it in with the bush and flowers, and it just creates a really nice. Oh, Mary, not the selfie dream snaps. 51% in love. I don't know about that. I don't know. So yeah, make sure that you're pulling your path out past the pathing limit just to make it look a little bit more natural. And then you play around with all of the items in your inventory and build out based on what you're building. Okay. Well, if you don't have any questions about pathing, obviously, like I said, I'm not a great teacher when it comes to making curved paths. Yeah, it's just something I'm not great at showing because it takes me forever. I'm not super great at it. I mean, I can do it. Don't get me wrong. It just takes me a while. But I know several creators have videos on making curved pathing. Cress, she has one. I'm trying to think who else has one. Day Old Tea, Savannah, she has one. So yeah, I think I looked, our first decor camp, I linked those videos in the description of that. So you can take a look and then do that. Christina, hi, this is my first time here. You see me on Mr. Star's portal all the time and on his channel, and you wanted to come say hi and share the love. My snaps are always pretty and creative. That is so nice of you to say, Christina, and welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for dropping by. I really, really appreciate that. We're talking decor and whatnot and what we can do to enhance our decor. We're going to be doing, I think, a special decor camp just on Dream Snaps next time. So keep an eye out for that. If you subscribe and get notified, you'll get, notified for that in the future. Sorry, I was reading something at the same time. If anyone has recommendations for future decor camps, please at you. Yes, Marmalade is creating a Google Sheet that's going to be shared with everyone to kind of talk about what we can do next, some suggestions and whatnot, and pick all your brains about what you'd like to have featured. Yes, Amanda Dale T, she has some great videos for decor as well. Absolutely. Okay, we're going to go over to the forest floating island where everything is blank and empty. So last time in Decor Camp, we touched on the rules of 3, 5, and 7. I'll just touch on that again for anybody who wasn't here the first time and then review it for those who were. The rule of design is 3, 5, 7. So you want to have clusters in the numbers of 3, 5s, and 7s. That will, hi Cradle, welcome in. That brings your, basically the eye is searching for a easier thing to focus on, and for some reason it's odd numbers. So if we look at, we think of things in symmetry, right? But there's always usually something in the center. Hi, DLV Mama. So if we take a look at 2 bushes versus 3, your eye will automatically see this as more pleasing than with 2. There's something, your brain kind of looks for kind of a what's missing scenario when it's an even number. And then if you have 3, 5, or 7, your eye is going to be more like it's completed. For some reason, it's a trick of the brain. It's a trick of decor. But you want to make sure that you are, oh, hot cocoa, enjoy your lurking with the 80s hairband music. Oh my gosh. And Marmalade loves raspberry jam, which is a funny sentence if you think about it, but I like the raspberry jam too. So when we're decorating in 3, 5s, and 7, it doesn't have to be the same item. Okay, so if I take a look at those 2 bushes there on the left, and let's say I just want to add a flower. It doesn't matter what flower it is. It doesn't matter where I put it. If I put it behind or whatever, this is going to automatically look more complete to your eye and brain. Okay, so if we go out of furniture mode, you're going to see that the 3 is more pleasing than just the 2. Okay. Now, if you think about, well, symmetry for like symmetry and dream snaps, let's say, and we want to put bushes on either side and we have a house behind us. Well, what's going to happen? Let's move Remy's house. Say I want to fancy Remy's house up. Okay. So we have Remy's house here, which, by the way, did you notice that there's 2 windows on the left and only 1 on the right, which makes it asymmetrical to begin with? Hate it. Hate it. Game loft. Fix it. Yes, we all tend to search out the center, so an odd number is more visually appealing. Well said. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if I look at what is happening here and why is it, you know, if we've only got 2 bushes, then why does it work? It's because the house and myself is the center of the picture. So we are causing that kind of eye-pleasing moment. Okay, so when you're building out your dream snaps, you want something that's either completely asymmetrical, okay, something that's just completely like a jungle build, like we're seeing kind of now with all of the snaps that are coming out for this Master of Disguise. That's fine because then the eye is seeing everything together versus something that's more curated like this, where you have a center object, right? And then you're building out either side. Okay? And again, we're going to do a Dream Snap Central Decor Camp coming up. Oh, we got 50 likes. Woohoo, woohoo. Okay, okay. You guys are killing it today. Everybody's happy on a Sunday, huh? What should we make it? I don't want to make it too big. I don't want to reach for the stars here. I don't know. What do we think? I'm going to take a sip of water while you discuss amongst yourselves. Yay! You guys are so great. Let's do a new 70. I mean, that's a lot. But okay, we beat anything I thought we'd get anyway. So, light goal 70. Okay, if it happens, it happens. I'm happy no matter what at this point. So, I am happy. Bertree 100. Well, I don't know where you're pulling your fans out from, but I don't know about 100 likes. We'll go with 70. Let's go with 70. Okay, so here we have this particular build. Okay, so we'll just keep Remy's house here. Now, when you're building out decor, one of the things that I like to do, especially for these older houses, I like to use some fencing to build out, because you can't put anything in this front few sections. So you can't get the bushes right up against the house, and they have to be out a little ways, and they look a little strange. I like to use fences to create a barrier. So like, let's say I'm going to start at the corner of the edge here. So if I create this barrier on both sides, and it can go around, you can put your fence however, you want to take it. But for our purposes here, we're just going to act like we're decorating the front. Oh, I ran out of this fencing. The audacity. How did that even happen? Okay. Well, let's pull out my handy dandy crafting station. There we go. Just grab this one here. You're sharing my channel. I appreciate that, Bertree. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind having a discussion privately about, other things. And if you have something you'd like to bring up to me privately or something, that's fine. You can always DM me on Discord. I don't mind doing that. Okay. We're just gonna, I think I just used all of my brick. Oh, you're listening to 70s music. Wasn't that appropriate, Ruby? Were we just talking about that? Was it you that said that you love disco? Okay. So if we put a fence out, I've now left this space where it can just look like pathing, right? It doesn't have to be the bushes that can't go up against the house. And now what I can do is I can grab these bushes. Well, hi, Weasley. Welcome in. Welcome in. Now I can grab these bushes and I can put them up against the fence really closely. And now it looks a little bit more, I like to use the word curated, but it can look a little cleaner looking if you're going for that particular vibe. And then we can just keep going from there. I like to change my bushes up, but you can do whatever works for you. I've seen people alternating colors. You can, so, you know, if you just want to do something like this, where you just want to use the same size of bush, okay? Or you can variate your height. You can throw in some flowers. So at this point now, it's just a creative touch for whatever kind of color, story, or look you're going for at this point, whether that's cottagecore or citycore, etc. So let's talk this whole cottagecore thing out. I know for me, I didn't, until maybe, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, something like that, I didn't understand what the core thing, like when did that start? Like when did we start calling it cottage core and Barbie core and everything's a core, right? Fairy core, etc. It just means that the core of your aesthetic is geared towards that prior word. So Barbie core, lots of pink, lots of whatever, pink and white. We have Weasley is 82% in love with sparkles. I can believe that one, actually. Welcome in, Hope. But yeah, I think if you understand what aesthetic you're going for, it's going to help you choose the right dynamic and what plants and things you're using up against your fencing. Now, this is basically just for the older buildings because the newer house skins and whatnot allow you to go pretty darn close. Hi, Baz. Welcome in, friend. So, like, for example, we all know the Beauty and the Beast castle is awful. Let's see. What am I looking at? I'm looking at houses. That's what I'm doing. My goodness. We all know the Beauty and the Beast castle is awful. You can't get up close to it. But some of the newer houses you can. I know some of the older house skins you can't. So again, I think this fence trick will be helpful. It will allow you to just put path underneath because the pathing will go underneath. It's just the items that don't go up close. So this is just a suggestion from just a decor situation where you can utilize the fence to create that barrier and then get up really close to the fencing. Oh, Weasley, you like that strawberry jam? Me too. Wait a minute. What is happening here? Bertree, it's not awful. What are you talking about? And dreams. What, did I miss something? What am I missing? Okay. Everything's fine, guys. Just everybody take a breath. Everybody's fine. Just keep it positive. Keep it flowing. Gaston's house drives you crazy. Same. Wouldn't it be nice if Lumiere and Cogsworth came to the valley with tool belts and they just fixed their houses? Jay is 74% in love with Jasmine. Jasmine's not your type. I know, but she's a queen. Like, she could work it, right? DLV Mama's 41% in love with Eric. Shocking. Shocking. And Martin loves the snozberry jam. Yum. Not Eric. No, I know. I had to put him in there. Oh, my goodness. Okay. You don't even know what a snozberry is. It's from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The snozberries taste like snozberries. So as we talk about decorating around our houses, we want to utilize, like I said, layer up, build out from the house. So you're going to have, let's put some pathing in here for Remy. I think Remy's as much of, who loves the drunken monkey jam? Jay. I can see that, Jay. I can see that. Hot cocoa is 45% in love with symmetrical stumps. Oh my gosh. I was praying that you would get that one. I was praying. Oh my God, that's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to go with a city look for Mr. Remy here. I'm going to put this right up against my fence. And whether you put your pathing in first or last is kind of a personal preference. I've seen it both ways. Okay, so in our first section of Decor Camp, we mentioned that we build kind of like just what we're seeing in our own lives, right? Like when you're walking down the street and you see, homes and things around you, there's patios, there's houses that are right up against the sidewalk. Think about things as you kind of are out and about. I sometimes even snap pictures and say, wow, I really like how they laid that out. And I bring it home and then I try to do it in DDV itself. So you can use real world pictures or, what you're seeing out and about to build out your snap. So if I'm going to get down to my level here with Remy. And how much room did I leave here? I didn't leave a ton because I just want, oh, no problem, Lisa. You can lurk all you want, honey. I appreciate you being here. Amanda's 42% in love with Scrooge's store. I don't know about that. Scrooge and I are fighting right now. I can't say that I'm in love with his store. So what I'm going to do instead of maybe putting like patio furniture, things like we did for Mirabelle's home where we built out maybe a larger patio, I'm going to use just some floral elements. So you know how when you walk around and you see people with just kind of maybe some flower pots, or maybe there's like a flag or something waving, kind of look, you could even use more of these kinds of things to fill it out. So you can see as we do this, his house gets more and more green around it. Again, with our color story, I don't want to place too much of that cream color up against the house because the house needs to stand out itself. We don't want it to necessarily disappear. You still need the fountain from him. Ooh, the big, like the big golden one, because Coco needs that too.
Hi, I just wanted you to check over the beta version of our survey.
Oh, okay. We're looking at our survey here, folks, that Marmalade's working on. What would you like to cover in the next Decor Camp video? Okay.
It's the same question. I just had to get the none of the above in there.
Okay, so we've got how to change a biome's vibe. Ooh, that's a good one. Lighting and color theory. How to plan layouts. Yes, we did talk about we wanted to cover how to plan layouts in kind of how to start at the beginning of something. How to come up with ideas. We're actually going to do that right now, so you can take that one off.
I can take that one off.
You can take that one off.
Other than that, does it look good?
Yes.
I went with SurveyMonkey because I don't think that one shows my email address.
Okay. Yeah, if there's anything you guys think you'd like to add other than that, you can chat it out. Special effects in a Dream Snap. Yes, we're going to do a special Dream Snap episode of Decor Camp for sure. Although I have to say that special effects are a lot easier now with that activate button, isn't it? So you can see here we're building out all kinds of color. We're building out, making Remy's mansion. Let's face it, it's a mansion for a rat. We're building that out and making it look like an actual home. Not so cold. Like if we look at it by itself, it's just like this, plain cream colored building. But once you start adding in all the color and whatnot, it gets a lot better. Off subject, but here's a reminder that the black sea turtle is from 10 to 4. Yes. Yes. And the two that are there right now are classic turtle and purple. Is that the one? The mansion with one room. I know, right? Ridiculous. Insane. I mean, look at this place for a rat. And then we have Elsa in like a cave, the queen that Elsa is. And we have this whole setup and this giant one room mansion for a rat. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Lighting for you. Okay. Yes, we can definitely hit a decor camp that deals with some lighting issues for sure. Because we have so many different lights, and I know some of them give off different glow, etc. We can definitely play around with lighting in one of the decor camps. That's something we can for sure do. I'd love to do that. Okay, so one of the questions I know that happens a lot is, how do I find what I want to do? How do I get ideas? Is it just based on the creatures that we have? Is it just based on the villagers that we have? How do you find your ideas? I've decorated my valley probably, I can't even count how many times. I've done so many different types of builds. I'm actually struggling myself. So here's how I kind of get my inspiration. And I will share that with you. Okay, so we are just on Google here. And recently, as you might know, that I did classic and white. Thank you. Thank you. As you might know, I just recently did my valley in a situation where it was an around the world theme. Every single biome was a different country. And the way I kind of did that is I did it in two ways. I used Google and Pinterest. I wasn't typing in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I didn't want that because I wanted my take on, let's say, England to be my take on England. I didn't want to see anybody else's builds on that to influence me and what I did and how I chose things. So, like, for example, over here on Pinterest, and yes, I just tried to click my OBS screen instead. Over here on Pinterest, all I typed in was English village. And you can see the look that popped up. And let's say I wanted to use this particular picture here in the center. I can see the cobblestone road. I see the pink flowers along the way, the little bistro tables outside, and the yellow kind of like gas lanterns. Those are all things that you can do in Dreamlight Valley. We have a cobblestone pathing. We have pink flowers. We have bistro tables. We have candles. And we have gas-looking lights that put off a yellow glow, just like this picture. So what I did was I saved a bunch of pictures. Hi, Lisa. Welcome in. And Megley, I don't know if I said hi to you, but I'm going to say it again. Hi. If you look at, let's say, this one, okay? If I look at this, oh, I'm not going to do that, Amazon. Absolutely not. Okay, if you look at this picture here, this light we definitely have in the game. Okay, so that is something. Look at the little wooden tables with the wooden seating. These are all inspiration pictures that you can use to build an English village. We have all of these items here. Now, the buildings that you use around are obviously not going to be a one-to-one match. The buildings you're going to use are going to be evocative of what you're trying to do. So in my English village, I went for a Victorian build. So I used our new Victorian homes, and I used the flower not gazebo, the flower shop. I used beast stall, etc. But I was able to use them using then the flowers and the bistro tables and etc. Okay, and I did mine in the meadow. I looked at some of these pictures, like this one here, you can see is very, very meadow-esque, shall we say. We can see the bushes peeking over the stone walls here. We can see the curved pathing. So if you aren't on Pinterest, I suggest it's a great place to get inspiration. You can type in French Village. It works the same way. I did the same thing for France. You can see here it's a little bit more brick instead of cobblestone. It's very colorful, a lot more floral. So you can see this picture here. It doesn't have to be a real picture, okay? Like, this is not a real place, but I can use that as inspiration by just looking at the pots here lining the streets. Maybe I want to use pots of bright flowers, and you can use those as inspiration when you're coming up with an idea. So you don't have to be an expert in design, right? These are not real pictures. If I were to copy this exact, they're not coming for me, right? This is not a real place. This is not a DDV made build that person's going to get upset that I copied it. So I didn't do Scotland. I kind of did Baz. It's like Ireland and Scotland together. So my meadow is, I'll show you in a second, but my meadow is split, and it's like a British Isles, more Scotland, Ireland on one side, and then Victorian on the other. Oh, there's a link to the Survey Monkey if you guys want to take the survey about upcoming decor camp ideas. So yes, Pinterest is your friend. Pinterest is your friend. Pinterest is your friend. Here we see, here's another little French village here. We see a kind of, it's like a monastery, but you could use one of the castles, like maybe the Corona Castle. And here they just have rows of purple heather, I think that is. And you could use a crop that maybe looks a little pretty. It doesn't have to be something necessarily, like I said, we are beholden to what Gameloft has given us, right? We can't invent new items, but we can kind of take inspiration from the pictures that we see here on Pinterest. And you can type in anything. It doesn't have to be a country. It doesn't have to be anything specifically. So if you, like, let's say I want to do, because right now I'm stuck at what to do in my meadow. I'm just gonna put pretty meadow because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want it to be pretty, right? If I just type in pretty meadow here, okay, so even just this one picture here, I can see the trees that maybe I could use that would maybe look a little bit more on the leafy side. Fencing, I could do the white picket fence. I could fill my grass with maybe those white petal flowers. So you can see right away I'm getting inspiration. I could fill the entire meadow with flowers from every single biome and make it a giant garden. There's a willow tree. Maybe I don't use my willow trees in the glade. Maybe I pull and use some willow trees in the meadow. Here's a meadow with a river or a little creek. And if you watched Mr. Starr's video that he just did recently, evidently in Japan, they get a little bit more knowledge than we do here in the States from Gameloft. The press releases that get put out and translated, they're a little bit more detailed. So evidently the river or the, what's it called? That kit that we saw real briefly in their premium shop kind of look. Evidently it is going to be a actual build kit where we will be able to build our own rivers. So no more river rugs needed. We will be able to actually put in waterways, although I'm very curious if they're going to allow us to do bridges. I don't know how that's going to work, or if we're just going to like be Jesus and walk over top. I don't know. I don't know. That's the one thing that hit me. Like, okay, if we do rivers though, and you got to get from one side to the other, what's the connection point, and where do you? How do you? Yeah, I don't know, but there we are. Oh, you had Chinese for lunch. Yum. The Forgotten Lord. Yes, the Forgotten Lord. That was really funny. That was funny. We need a potion to walk like Jesus. Craft 3 for the star path, right? But yes, evidently we will be able to make rivers. I don't know how it's going to work yet, but we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, you can see here, here's just under Pretty Meadow. It's showing us a much more kind of forested green. So yeah, whatever's speaking to you, but use Pinterest. You can also use Google. So if you just go to Google and I type in same thing, Pretty Meadow, and then what you want to do is you want to click, once you've typed that up, click the word images here. And then you'll see the same kinds of things. If you don't want to join Pinterest and be part of that, that's totally fine. You can do the same thing on Google. So yeah, that's how I find mine. Like I said, I don't type in the words DDV because I don't want to be influenced. I don't want to copy anyone. I want it to be my own design. You could, I mean, I don't know if we can be, let's see, I need a design idea for a forest. Like, I mean, I don't know. Let's see if this works. Images. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Stepping stones through low creeping. I'm going to click this and make it a little bit bigger here. If I can. Jesus, how many times I got to click it? Oh, look what it's taken me to, Pinterest. That's funny. So here we see a cobblestone road. We see trees. We see low plants all along the cobblestone. So, you know, you can just literally type in the sentence. You're 99% in love with large grid flowers. No. Ruby. And you're into ska music. Okay. I didn't see that for you, but okay, good to know. Is everybody having fun with the new? You are, I can tell. 75% in love with Wally. I mean, it should be 100, Coco. It should be 100. But yeah, don't be afraid to use Google. Just type in the exact thing you're looking for. This is already giving me forest. You know, oh look, here's a forest picture with the A-frame cottage. If you have, hi Ellington, welcome in, and you're in love with Maui, 53% in love with Maui. It leaves some wiggle room. I mean, he needs some love. I got to be honest. Okay. Story time. Grab your popcorn. Ready? Story time. This morning, I log into the game like I always do. And I right away, I went to the Scrooge store because it was raining. So I didn't have to run around looking for my dried flowers for once. So I just go to Scrooge's store and I think, it doesn't hurt to look. He's not giving me anything new in weeks, but whatever. I go and look. So I go in his store and he's there with a quest because it's park fest. And he asks me to make the Stitch cupcakes. So I craft the Stitch cupcakes and I just continue to go around my valley. I clean my valley every day because it's therapeutic. It's kind of mind cleansing for me. So anyway, I'm cleaning around in the valley, and Maui is in the Sunlit Plaza, and normally I just run around the other way. Just run around the other way. And I actually stopped and I gave him a cupcake because I felt bad for him. So yes, that's my confession for the day is I gave Maui a cupcake because I felt bad for him. Like literally my emotions came up and I felt bad for Maui. So story time over. I just had to share. I did marmalade. I turned it up. Is it better? Or am I too loud now? But anyway, if we look at this picture with the A-frame house, we have a cottage just like that. And we can even do the bench. Like you could even put this in the, translate this to the Frosted Heights. And you could use that kind of bench that we got in the Star Path. That's a swinging bench. So yeah, just type in, you're stumped now. Oh, Baz, there it is. The pity cupcake. It was. I felt so bad for Maui because we talk such crap about him and get out. We tell him to get out and shut up, Maui, and put your staff where the sun doesn't shine or whatever we say. But I felt bad. So I gave him a cupcake. And he actually looked happy. So Baz is the king of dad jokes. Oh my gosh. Too funny. So yeah, if you're wondering where to get ideas, Google and just type in the exact phrase you're thinking of, and then just go to images and then Pinterest. That's what I do. Don't put in DDV. Use actual pictures. I mean, look at this. Look at this photo right here. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, imagine if you could create this in your valley. I imagine you could, right? It's just a situation where you're placing either lamps that go through or, you know, you're placing your trees in a manner that kind of cover the area, but leaving an area where the sun comes in. I mean, they just play around with things, but use real world photos. And then let's see, here on Discord, I was asked to do Dream Snap reviews with people. So we did that last stream. We'll be doing it again. But if you'd like to drop your Dream Snap into the Snap submissions section of Master of Disguise, you can do so, and we can take a look maybe at the end of stream, towards the end of stream. But I'll leave that open, and then I'll check it before, closer in, and then we'll go over some dream snaps if you want me to look at your snap. Even if you just want me to look at it and say it's gorgeous, I can do that too. I can do that too. Okay. So let's go over into my valley. We'll just go to the plaza. Look at yours. I will. You need ideas for the snap. Yeah, this snap is kind of difficult. You can go a couple different routes with it, Ellington. You can do one where you're kind of blending into the environment, so disguising yourself. You could make yourself look like maybe another character. You could make yourself look like you're hiding from someone and you're disguising yourself like maybe around a corner or something. I mean, there's a couple different ways I think to look at it. So I think, if again, Ellington, if you want to do something and drop it, I don't mind. There's a section. Yes, you could. Oh, that's a good idea. You can ask Chat GPT for ideas too. But yeah, Ellington, if you want to, oh, that's right. You don't have Discord. I said this earlier, but I'm going to be linking the jam email into the description of this video. So if you open it back up, you'll be able to drop me an email. You can email me your picture, and I have no problem taking a look at it that way too. Baz is 53% in love with Stitch. Oh, that's so cute. Is it because you don't want to be in love with Maui? Oh my gosh. Ruby is 60% in love with, oh, look, there he is. See? Today was an exceptionally good hair day. It's because I gave you a cupcake, isn't it, Maui? I knew it. I knew. I just had a feeling that it was something I should have done. Okay, so here's Ireland and Scotland. If you were wondering what Ireland and Scotland look like for me. I had to go kitchen and put the shamrock rainbow thing in here. But there's Merida's house. I used cobblestone fencing. I put in a little garden. Again, using my crops to decorate with. And then I put the stone circle. So this is much more of the British Isles section of England. And then here's the more Victorian side. And then in the back is the castle behind the stone walls. So there's technically like 3 sections of my British build. Ruby loves blackberry jam. I love a good blackberry jam too, I gotta be honest. I can't eat jam a lot because it's way too sugary and my body just hates it. Not a fan of blackberry jam. Got it. That's funny. You act like it's a witch's house and not her house. I'm all about that. It is really dark looking. I mean, I like the purple pops on it, but it does go well in like a dark build. Love with, you don't like jam unless you're traveling. Why? Okay, if you like it traveling, why don't you like it at home? Just saying. Ruby's gonna try again. Raspberry jam? Does that trip your trigger, Ruby? Mother Gothel. Oh, what are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? Here's another decor idea. If you have Eternity Isle, those gears look really cool, like underneath barrels or popped like around Goofy Stall like I have it here, or with the wagons and whatnot. That's a really, really cute thing to do. Because it's not healthy. I mean, true. But it's delicious. You do hot cocoa for dinner. Do I go by dreams or jam? Both. It depends on who's talking to me. Honestly, most people call me jam in different streams, but hot cocoa and Mr. Star think they're special and they call me dreams. But I don't care. Either one's fine. Either one is fine. Yeah, hot cocoa's not great, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to move on here. We're going to talk about using things in your builds that you already have counted in your limit, that the game makes you count. And you are special, Mr. Sky. I know. That's why I said you guys are special and call me dreams. Okay, Ruby, you can be special too. I'll allow it. So for Switch players and things, if you're trying to keep your limit down, start decorating with the things that the game makes you keep in your biome. So for example, this is a build that I made in my glade. And yes, this is the glade. It's bright because of the pathing that I'm using. We'll touch on that at another time. But I am utilizing all of the fruit trees and fruit bushes as decor items. So what I've done is I've placed the bordered leafy path down, and I've placed down just 2 random bushes and trees together, 1 bush, 1 tree, and I'm using those here and there just on corners, but the game makes me count them. Use them as part of your decor, okay? Same with flowers. I don't care if I go over here and pick up every single flower because I'm trying to keep my item limit down, and they do count against you. If I pick up every single one of these flowers, 20 minutes later, they're all going to be back. So instead of picking them all up, use them to, you know, sorry, I'm trying to retread at the same time I'm trying to speak. Yes, I'm teasing. They know I tease. They know I tease. I said up front when I started streaming that I am a teasy, sarcastic person. So you'll call me Jam. Okay, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. You're the dream team. That's funny. But yes, so use your flowers as decor. I have mine all grouped together just because I'm trying to complete my dried flower memory challenges. But yeah, that's a losing battle. But you could just place your flowers around because they're going to spawn around you anyway. I don't care how many times you pick them up. They're just going to keep spawning. So once you place them down as decor, you know, they're just going to remain in place, and you won't get any more spawning on top of that. You're not going to come into your valley a week later and see hundreds of flowers. It's always going to stay at that same number of flowers until you pick them up again. Same with sticks and things. There's nothing you can do about that. And yes, once they hit the ground, they do count against you. So you could create what, you know, I'd say this to some Switch players. You could create a little hidden place. Like, let's say I don't want any more sticks in my meadow. I am going to take all these sticks that I see, and I am going to stick them back here behind the castle walls. So if I had a place where they fit, and I just want to hide these things, right? I'm not going to decorate with sticks. But if you hide them all, you won't have any more spawn. Just keep hiding them as you see them, and then eventually the spawning stops. Okay, so those are just a few little decor tips. Utilize your natural resources that you have to keep in. Button flower. Yep, just hide stuff and just keep it there. Leave them out. He's everywhere. Okay. But yes, and the other thing you can do, if you keep your flowers in one place, like I said, they don't continuously spawn once you have them in a certain place. I put mine by my wells. So every single morning I can come in, I look for dried flowers. Oh, darn it, I keep hitting the... I look for dried flowers. I can just go from well to well, and my flowers are right in front of me at all times. I literally just went to the same well. But you can see every time I land, I can quickly go in biome to biome, and my flowers are all in the same place. So aesthetically, I mean, it might not be what you want. This just worked for me and how I like to do it. So I just keep looking for my dried flowers by just literally swinging from biome to biome. And I did that in Eternity Isle and in the Storybook Vale as well. So you can see I've used the same pathing and same layout in every biome, just to keep it a little bit uniform. It's kind of like the well section, and it looks the same. And because I did like a around the world theme, I put this globe on the other side, and then I put the vacuum on this So worked out. But yeah, that's just a couple. That's just a nice little design tip from me to you to utilize the flowers, trees, fruit bushes, fruit trees. Utilize them as decor items because the game's going to make you take them no matter if you want them or not. What is my item limit? I saw that you asked that, Ellington. Actually, it's not that bad. So my item limit is 4,330. Hi, Brain. How are you? Guten Tag, aloha, howdy, ciao, bonjour, hiya, hola, hi, hey. I can say them all. I forget what the Russian one is. What's Russian for hello? Shoot. I know Marmalade knows it. She'll pop it in chat. I know she knows because she's. Hi, Christian. I don't know what to tell you, Coco. It's my stream. He had to say hi to me first. It's the rules of streaming, right? I did see you, Brain. That's right. Oh, that's right, because I accused you of ignoring me in Tanny's stream, didn't I? Aloha. Oh, Mary, are you in Hawaii? You always struggle with the item limit because you play on Switch. Yeah, there's nothing I can, I know. Like I said, I do have a Switch video that shares a bunch of different tips and tricks on how to extend your limit as much as possible. Pathing is going to be your friend. Definitely. Yeah, I can't remember the Russian for hello. Hey, Soren. What's hello in Russian? I didn't know there was a difference between hi and hello. Okay, well then how do you say hi in Russian?
Привет.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Привет. Привет.
Okay, and then what's hello?
Much longer.
Okay.
Здравствуйте.
Yeah, I can't say that. Oh, he just typed it. He just typed the. Here, you can say it. I can't say it. You don't have to get super close, but just in front.
Okay, so yeah, this is Mr. Jam. Hi, everybody. So the informal hi is привет, and the formal hello is здравствуйте, which is a tongue twister.
Yeah, I can't do that. My tongue does not twist in that direction. It's beautiful language, don't get me wrong. You used to play on Switch up until a few weeks ago. I know. Yes, that was Mr. Jam. That was Mr. Jam. He is going to be starting a podcast, actually. So stay tuned for that. Mr. Jam. I did say his real name. I apologize, but I don't know what to tell you. If I scream Mr. Jam, he not quite sure who I'm talking about, so.
I don't care.
Although I think he's going to use his real name in his podcast anyway, so.
Yeah.
Once it's out there, it's out there. Yeah, so Switch players, very, very difficult. But once you start, using some of the tips and tricks that other people have, because there is ways to do it. I mean, you look at my valley. We're just going to take an overhead view. I am only at 4,300 item limit, but my valley is jam-packed. Like, I have walls, I have all kinds of trees, all kinds of bushes. I have house skins. I mean, you can even look at the glade. I have so many items that you'd think that I would have a higher item limit, but there's a lot of fencing and pathing through here. So I think utilizing fencing and pathing as decor is going to become your friend for sure. Hot Coco's listening to Screamo. Lovely, lovely. Oh, no problem, Ruby. Have fun. I hope you have a good time. You're still in love with the large grid flowers. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so that's my spiel on utilizing things that the game makes you have anyway, hiding things that maybe you just don't, you're tired of picking up, etc. What I have done is I go and clean up my sticks and things kind of every day. I break the stones, I do the mushrooms, but I have 2 full chests of sticks now, so that's why. But I obviously know that not everybody can do that. I mean, I just work from home and I have a lot more free time and whatnot. But yeah, I have moved my storage back indoors. Not obviously, this is just my entryway and kitchen, my dining room. Isn't it pretty though? I did this the other day and I'm so happy with it. I love how it turned out. I love it so much. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Yes, Lisa, we will talk about that in just a few seconds here. We'll talk about the dev update. I have cold storage. So this is where I keep all my fishies and my, things that you would normally keep cold because it grosses me out to see just lobsters sitting out in the sun. Ugh, I just can't do it. So there's my cold storage, and then we have this way is the pantry for the valley. This is the valley pantry. So this is where I dump my, veggies, fruits, things that I collect. And then my second floor is for the valley, and it's not quite done yet, but this part here is just like a workstation. So I have a crafting bench, I have a time bending table, the uncrafting table, and then a cooker. So this is just kind of like a workstation where I can come and just do whatever I need to do. And then I store my outfits that I like to wear. Easy to throw on and off. Well, on, off. This is my flower storage. So this is just all valley flowers. Each chest is a medium-sized chest for that particular biome. So I go to Beast Stall once or twice a day, collect everything, and then throw it in the chests. So yeah, that's my flowers. I'm just about out of roses because hot cocoa wiped me out. I'm kidding. I have plenty still. So on every floor, it's kind of the same except for the flowers because the pantry I put downstairs. So for Eternity Island Storybook Vale, flowers will be in the main room. But here we have our gem storage, which I actually really liked how this turned out. And I have a formal gown if I wanted to put it on. And the vault door. I like playing with the doors in indoor storage. Here's the thing. I didn't hate outdoor storage. I know I teased and said Mr. Star made me do it. But I was really kind of like, can I make outdoor storage work for myself? Will it work for me, et cetera? But you know what? I missed the aesthetic of walking into a nicely decorated indoor room. I like seeing the items that I'm purchasing from Scrooge or getting from the premium shop and whatnot. So I had to move it back indoors. It's just for me. Indoors is for me. I'm an indoor gal. You only have one storage room, one for flowers. That's fine. Is the update on Wednesday? No, so the update is on the 18th. So not this coming Wednesday, but the following. And I'll be joining. I'm not streaming the update. I'm not sure how Mr. Star's doing it, if he wants to pop in and say what he's going to be doing for update day so we can all watch his stream as well. or if he's going to be just putting out videos. Usually he just puts out videos. But we'll see what he's doing. But I know Hot Cocoa will be live streaming probably maybe around, correct me if I'm wrong, like maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock. But I won't be streaming anything with the update. I'm going to be helping Coco and her stream mod and watching Mr. Star's videos and popping in and out of other streams. You have 3 storage rooms: gems, time bending, kitchen, and everything else. Oh, you're going to do a stream Thursday after the update. Okay, so Thursday you're going to do, but I'm guessing you're going to put out a bunch of videos about what we got in the update. This is my storage room for like materials. So you can see I have a ton of sticks. Obviously, my dark wood one is not as full as the others, but yeah. Some chests are completely full and some are not. But I really like how this room turned out. I thought it was kind of cute. You're going to do videos. Okay, great. Yeah, so in the morning when you guys wake up at 9 o'clock, once the update comes out, we all start downloading and waiting in the queue. We will then wait for Mr. Star to drop some videos about what he's seen so far, what he's found, hidden kind of things. Like, they're going to be coming out all day, right? The videos will be trickling in as we find out more and more about what the update brought, because there'll be hidden things that they didn't tell us about. I'm hoping that Scrooge's store gets an update, because I noticed that was one thing they didn't say, was the Scrooge, like usually you hear, and Scrooge will get a brand new inventory, etc. But I did not hear that in this particular update. So I don't know if maybe that one's just a given and they're not saying it. I don't know. We'll see. You're excited for the update. I'm so excited for the update. I cannot wait. We need Scrooge clothing. Yes. Yes. You have to wait till 2 p.m. because of the time difference. Oh, I'm sorry, Gems. Hello, Alicia. Welcome in. Nice to see you. What am I looking forward to this update? Okay, that's a hard question because there's so much, right? And we're going to talk about just Wednesday's update, because I'm actually more looking forward to Storybook Vale, but that's a whole different update. Well, let's just talk about Main Valley. Main Valley update, I think I am looking most forward to the critters. I have all of the critters. So I have fed them all. I have all of the critters. So if we go and look under my collections, under critters, I'm at 100%. I have them all. And if we look at my quests, I am done. So yes, I mean, I have Parks Fest, and yes, I'll have the Star Path, which is why I always look forward to the Star Path. But I always like new things coming to do in the Valley. I love decorating, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I just want to relax and quest with Alice in Wonderland or whatever it is. So I'm really looking forward to the critters, because that has opened up a brand new A functionality. It has opened up a brand new set of things to do in the game itself. So I think honestly that I am most looking forward to the critters. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. What about you all? What are you guys looking forward to? You wonder if this new critter functionality will work for expansion pass critters too. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. And I wonder if it's going to be just for the critters themselves, or if it's going to be like, what about the premium shop critters, right? Because they said Max is going to be digging. Well, what's Figaro and Diana or Dinah? Does it translate to that as well? I don't know. We'll have to kind of see. So happy that update day arrives. My Wednesday's classes will be ended. Woohoo, woohoo. Yes, absolutely. Done with classes. You're looking forward to Cinderella later in the year. Yes. The river building. Like I said, are we going to get bridges or Jesus? That is the question. The Forgotten Storyland. Okay. The Forgotten Storyline. Yes. Excited for the premium shop. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for everything. There's not anything that I'm like, yeah, I could do without it. Although, I'm gonna be one of those people. I wish we would have I always want to say the word absorbed. I wish we would have um, like merged with the Forgotten. I don't necessarily need them as a character in the Valley. That's just me though. But depends on what their items are for their friendship quest. Maybe I'll change my tune once I see that. You hope the Star Path will be fun. You know what? Honestly, oh, hello, Sister Feed. I don't, oh, no, I'm not going to say it, but I love to see you here. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about the update. Quest of things to accomplish. You know, here's the thing with the Star Path. I hate to say it, but the Star Path is what you make it, right? If you are reading nothing but Reddit all day, you are going to hate the Star Path because every time you open the thing and see the word fishing, you are going to be upset with the Star Path. If you are in a live stream with somebody who loves the Star Path like me, maybe you'll have a better outlook on the Star Path. I honestly think it there's only so many tasks that Dreamloft can give us as a community. Of course, it's going to be repetitive because they give us so many Star Paths a year. And I'm thankful for that. I don't complain. I don't ever, okay, I won't say ever. I rarely complain about the Star Path because I love new things to do. I love tasks that reward me, right? I'm getting something back out of it. I love the new decor items. They're usually really cool. I like that they kind of tie it to the update. Like we're getting pirate stuff and we're getting Peter Pan. So I can build out my Peter Pan area in a different way. So I think with the Star Path, it is what you make it, right? If you're going to be frustrated with fishing, you're going to get frustrated with the Star Path. But if you just look at it as in like, oh, fishing, cool. I'm going to go fish with Peter and I'm going to level him up at the same time. What I generally do is because it's always tied to a update, I usually make the person who is coming in the update part of my Star Path, if that makes sense. So, for example, with Alice, I made her a miner. I made Cheshire Cat a, what did I make him? A forager. I made him a forager and I made Alice a miner because I know I'm going to be asked to complete Star Path duties or Dreamlight duties. And that's going to be things like pick fruit, pick cherries, pick apples, whatever it is. So I was leveling him up at the same time I was doing Dreamlight and Star Path duties, and the same with the mining tasks with Alice. So it was kind of working for me in my favor of doing both at the same time. I know our instinct is to constantly, for those of you with, Alice is already a miner. Ha ha ha. LOL. Oh my gosh. You don't mind fishing. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what you make it, right? Some of us hate it. Some of us love it. Some of us don't care. I just say it's a new thing for me to do, and I level up a villager while I'm doing it. Because remember, I don't care. Like Alice was a miner for me. Even though she was a miner, I took her fishing because it doesn't matter what you're doing, right? You're still leveling up that character. So make it a thing where you're doing two things at the same time. Don't compare yourselves. Yes, what's rule number one of Decor Camp, right? Rule number one of Decor Camp is it is your valley. You decorate and do things for yourself. This is your game. This is your valley, and it has to please you first. Hi, Royal Masterpiece, by the way. I didn't see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Fishing is fun. Not for you. Yeah, I mean, I don't love fishing. I will say I don't mind it as much as I used to. I hated having to push the button all the time, but ever since they instituted the whole hold button, aces. Now I don't mind it as much. So that one I don't mind as much. So yeah, I would say I'm looking forward to everything. The thing I'm looking forward to the least would be the Forgotten. I I don't care much about it, but I don't, and it's not that I'm disliking it. It's just, it is what it is. Peter, I hope he looks a little bit better than the original rendering that we're seeing in the video they just released. I'm hoping they kind of tweak that a little bit. And oh, thank you guys so much. Fishing reminds me of your dad. That's sweet. See, sometimes you just have to you have to think of it in terms of maybe positive moments for you. You're stuck trying to find a name for the forgotten. Ooh, go exotic. Just look up baby names for like Scandinavian men or women. You know, like just go outside the box and just search something and see what name is kind of interesting to you. That's what I'm going to do. You know, or just go with something funny. Like, you know, Karen. She's kind of a Karen, let's face it. I mean, it could be anything, right? You could just do something funny too. Oh, we got 63 likes. Thank you guys. I love that. Oh, you guys are so nice. You're going to name your forgotten the remembering. That's cute. I've heard that too. I have heard people saying that. That's cute. So excited for the forgotten because you have a soft spot. Aw, because the whole inner child. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I just wish I could forget the voice and the singing. Oh, it's awful. I hate it. Let's see what else we got here in chat going on. You may pull from your heritage then. Yes, absolutely. I love that. Go Polish. Go, you know, something that would maybe it's your mom's name that's no longer with you, or maybe it's your favorite aunt's name. I mean, it could be anything really interesting, right? It's going to be fun. I mean, oh, no problem, Lainey. Thanks for joining us. It was nice to see you, friend. Your forgotten will be known as who? That's funny. Peter's going to go to your mist floating island. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Where are you guys? So where's everybody else planning on putting Peter? I think, so I had already planned on creating like a Pirates of the Caribbean kind of thing in my lagoon on Eternity Isle. Ooh, it's kind of nice that it's raining because when I go there, it'll look kind of cool. So I'm just going to show you what I'm planning on doing. And then we're going to have another story time, and then we'll look at everybody's snap. So if you haven't dropped your snap in Discord, now's the time to do that so I can take a look for you, and we'll heap all the praise on all the pretty snaps. Love who? I love that. That's so funny. Probably just on the beach. Yeah. Oh, I think for sure, Jay, I'm definitely going to keep Peter somewhere nearby because we all know it's going to be do this in the valley with Peter, this in the valley, go to Peter's house. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. But I'm planning on doing like this pirate build down here in the lagoon. So here's the items I have right now that I'm using. So I have Guest on Shipwreck here, the Lost and Found building, the pirate items. We have the tavern piece that I'm going to do an outdoor tavern with. We have what is that thing called? Is it the Seaside Village house? The Fountain of Youth. And then I'll put Peter's tree down here too. Maybe the jungle house. Right now the jungle house is in my glade. And Coco said I'm not allowed to move it until she tours my valley. So we'll have to just leave an open space for that. Here's the thing, guys. I am a streamer. I am putting my decor in my builds out there for you to see. And I said this, I don't know if you guys watch. Here, okay, story time. We'll start story time. Popcorn, everybody. If you've got popcorn, throw it up. Don't throw it up. That sounded bad. Put it in chat. So here's the thing. Mr. Star did a video this morning. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's his Reddit review, which I love when he does Reddit reviews. Some of the stuff is really funny, and I like to hear his take on venting and all that kind of thing, usually about the star path, right? So I watched the video, and I got mentioned in, when they were talking about the thing about mean girl voting. I was definitely victim. No, that's such a bad word. I apologize. That's not the right word. I definitely was mean girl voting at the beginning of my streaming. And I had a conversation back and forth with somebody who is actually in chat today. And her and I, she connected with me on one of my videos, and she said, I think the mean girl voting is too mean. It kind of hurts people's feelings. And she just kind of made me think about it. And we had a discussion back and forth, and it was great. I don't hide from any kind of conversation. I don't at all. Like Mr. Star mentioned to me today in the video when they were discussing, and don't get me wrong, don't come for him. He was nice to me. He was saying that my intentions are always good and I'm always there to help, which is totally true. But I commented on his video. I even went to the Reddit post, the original Reddit post, and I definitely, thank you, hugs to you too. I definitely commented back on the Reddit post because I thought, no, I'm not going to be a content person who doesn't take part in the discourse discussing context matters. Absolutely. So here's my spiel though. As a content creator, I am down here in the lagoon showing you absolutely everything I'm planning on doing. And if you choose to do that exact same thing, I don't care. It's the same for my dream snaps. I'm putting it out there. As soon as you post something, and I don't care if it's to the portal, as soon as you're submitting it in Dream Snap competition, you are opening yourself up to people possibly copying you and commenting about what you're doing. That is the nature of the internet and sharing online. You can't even participate in Dream Snaps without being connected to the internet. It's out there. So I understand that sometimes if I look at snaps and I am voting and I might not say something that is 100% nice about a snap, my goal is never, ever, ever to hurt someone's feelings or be mean on purpose, etc. My goal is to say, I think you misunderstood the challenge and you didn't meet it. Or I might say, this is an obvious, I just want 300 moonstone, I'm moving on. I'm not out to be mean, I'm out to be helpful. So those snaps that maybe are not getting my vote over someone else, but it is a good snap, I will say so. I might tell you how you can improve it. But the whole concept that this is an unsolicited advice thing that streamers should not do, I don't think is a fair analysis for myself, Mr. Star, Hot Cocoa, Lainey, any of us that are in chat today. We're streamers about Disney Dreamlight Valley. Dream Snaps are part of the process. And you have put your picture out there either on the portal or in the game itself. And our goal is to help the community. So if someone's watching and they see that snap and they say, ooh, mine looks similar, and they hear Mr. Star or myself or whoever say, this is how you could have done this better, it's a little empty, or maybe clean up the night thorns next time or something like that, that's going to help everybody. It's not just about the person on screen. I always, like I said, I play on PlayStation. I hide usernames. I don't ever do anything like that to out someone. So it's constructive criticism versus judgment and negativity. I completely agree. And I think checking one another and saying, I don't like maybe the word mean girl, that is fair. And I think people, evaluate that for yourself. Mr. Star doesn't tell me what to do in my streams. Usually. I mean, I tell him what to do in his streams, but it's up to him whether he listens or not. I mean, he tends to do whatever he wants in his dream snaps, regardless of what I say. I joke. But, I mean, he builds his his snap on stream, right? I've been doing the same thing. We ask for advice, or if someone in chat gives it, I'm not going to turn around and snap and say, don't give me advice. I'm building it on stream. So I'm opening myself to chat. So I'm off my soapbox. I hope you enjoyed your popcorn and story time. I just wanted to kind of address that. And because I know that's something that has popped up in the community recently. And there's my thoughts on it. I don't think people who say, oh, we're going to mean girl snap, those people are not mean. They are kind-hearted people who are a wonderful part of our community. They are not out to be mean on purpose. It's something fun with their viewers that enjoy that kind of thing. And if you don't enjoy, maybe just don't participate in that particular time. So there it is. You didn't get to watch much before. That's okay, Rhonda. It's okay. It's all good. YouTube is forever, right? Mr. Star knows YouTube is forever. I could play a certain video for everyone, but I don't know that he would like me for that. I'll leave that to his mod, Sonia. She can do that. It's also a choice. If you don't like what's happening in a stream, you can click off. Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's plenty of us out there. Okay, off my soapbox for now. But let's take a look at your dream snaps. I'm excited to see what everybody did. I'm excited because I thought this was such an interesting challenge. You know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't give us these kinds of challenges. It's so difficult, etc. But then again, you can delete it at any moment. I don't know. I think Sonia downloaded it. I'm just saying, I think there's copies out there. She sent it to some people too. We have it in the vault. We have it in the vault. Oh, thank you guys for showing Mr. Star some love. Thank you guys. He deserves it. He kind of gave me my start. I'm going to credit him for helping my channel grow the most, and he has been wonderful in this community. Okay, so we complain about dream snaps, but you know what? I'm going to thank Game Left because they're getting at least a little original, right? We got to say thanks for being original. Thanks for trying to be different and not giving us another market build. Okay, let's look at your snap submissions. So I'm going to scroll maybe to the bottom. Is that where the most recent ones are? Hope for us all. This is my original submission. Not sure if you'll go back and tweak the lighting before Wednesday. Okay, oh, how cool is that? Oh, I'm sorry, but I love little Stitch popping out of the bush there. That is so cute. But the fact that you matched the fountain and then put the flower thing in there too, I think is really, really cool. I think you did a good job. I don't really think you need to adjust the lighting. I think the lighting is hitting the blues in the same manner. Like, I don't think you're getting a reflection off this. Like, basically, the blues are all kind of working in tandem together at the same rate. So I think if you were to change the lighting and have it bouncing off the fountain, I think it would change the dynamic between all the blues, if that makes sense. But I really like this. This is really nice. Great job. Great job. Okay, let's see. I need to go back. That was under Snap Help, so there's my suggestion, but I think it's great. Okay, yeah, there's that one. So this is by Hag Force. I don't know if you're here in stream. Oh, you are welcome, Hope. It's gorgeous. This is really cute. I love the hiding mushroom. Oh my gosh, the fact that we can now look like we're holding things in our hands. And that little snail, what is that? Where is that from? Why am I not connecting the snail? Is that something from Eternity Isle? Like, is that an actual thing that we fish? I don't know why, but my brain's not connecting it. But I love that it looks like you're holding it. So cute. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything. This is great. Oh, it's yours, Malin. Oh, it's wonderful. So pretty. I like that you did the lights way in the back to kind of draw the eye completely down the snap. It looks really good. Eternity Isle Docks. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I thought it was like a furniture piece or something at first. And I'm like, no, it can't be. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is Riz. Oh my gosh, I really honestly did not see your character at first. So you did like a Monsters Inc. build going down to the sushi restaurant. That is really cute. You are really hidden well. But that's a really good spot. I like, and you pulled the Roz mask off because we all had to have a mask, which don't get me started on the tags this week. Yeah, the fact that you pulled the Roz mask off, you did a really good job. That's really cute. Let's see. Let's go. I think we might have talked about some of these already, but it's okay. I'll just look through them here. This is Jay's. Oh, Jay's. I didn't see yours. Oh, yes, I did. Just you posted it this morning, right? This is so good. I love that your greens match the grass so perfectly. And I love the front lighting that you did. Is that the Vitalis lamps? I'm pretty sure that's what that is, but this is so cute. I love how you have the head tilted down just right. Now, were you able to wear a mask with that hat? Does anybody know? I didn't even try because I wasn't going in that direction, but did anyone? Wait, somebody got proposed? Oh, Jim. Wait, what? Did I miss something? We congratulating somebody for something? I missed something. Oh, that's your fiance. Oh, fiance. Yay. Yeah, you use them. Okay, so it's the Vitalis lights in front. And yes, you have a mask on. Oh, okay, so you could wear a mask then with this hat. Okay, cool. That's awesome. You did a great job, Jay. I love it. This is Lisa's. This is very cute too. This was a great way with the button flowers because they have that same shape as that lion's mane. It was a good time for this challenge because we have those button flowers like forefront in our mind. I know a lot of us have them from the previous challenge, but this was a good time to pull those out. You did a really good job. I like the nighttime shot here too. And I'm guessing you used like the the bright filter to kind of amp up the color. Looks really good. Great job. This is Steph's second snap. I know we did her first snap in my previous stream, but this is her current snap or a second count. She does 4. Steph is certified. We've already said she's certifiable, but she has 4 accounts. So she does 4 snaps every week. This is the second account, and I am obsessed with this. The fact that you were able to get the lighting just right to make the brown in the jacket match the brown in the tree, I mean, that's just genius work right there. You did such a good job, Steph. This is great. Let's see. I think we covered all of these. Oh, this is my snap. I'll show mine for those of you who didn't see it. We did this on stream. Once in a while, I do the Dream Snap Fridays where we do my snap on stream. But this is what I did. I had this whole yellow-green color story in my head, and I couldn't get away from it, so we made it work. It was a spiral, let me tell you. I don't know if any of you guys have had the hair issue, but I wanted to throw my controller through the screen because the hair kept messing up and driving me nuts. But this is the end result, and I'm happy with it. Super happy with it. You can barely handle 1 account, let alone 4. 100%. Beyonce is fantastic. Oh, her fan was a blow-in, let me tell you, Cynic. I couldn't even tell you. It was so frustrating. I was so frustrated. Okay, let me go back because I think I saw some new ones come in. Okay, here we have Tara's. Oh, you added this. Ooh, you got the wind added in, right? Okay, I know we talked about her snap previously, but I am obsessed with this snap. It is so good. The fact that you thought to use those chairs as like vines coming out of the low laying greenery is so good. And you got a white butterfly too. It's so pretty. You did a great job. But stop touching it. It's perfect. No more edits. I love this. Yeah, adding the wind was a good idea, but now slowly back away and leave it alone because it's great. Okay, so this is by Disney. Oh, this is Mary. Okay. I honestly do not see your character. I have to look. Is this right here? Like your character's right here, right? I mean, it's good that I can't find you. I like the simple shots this week, actually. I think they really work in your favor. That's got to be your character. Okay, that's what I thought. That's cute. I will say it's a little risky. I would be remiss if I didn't say that it's a little risky because it's an outfit challenge that we can't see your character completely, but I like the hidden aspect of it and I think the voters will too. So, I'm going to say it might be risky, but I like it. And definitely not a master, but you tried. You're doing great. You're doing great. Okay, let's see. Hot cocoa. I love your snap. Look at this. Okay, so hot cocoa decided that to basically hide not only her character but other little hidden animals. There's 5 in there, correct? I think there's 5. So if you can find all 5, I'll just leave it on screen and you can see if you can find all 5. Let me back out. There we go. I'll leave it up. Can you find all 5? I mean, obviously we see the character in the center there, but this is what I was talking about, by the way, when we were saying if a build should be symmetrical. Oh, there's 7. Okay, there's 7. We were talking about whether your snaps must be symmetrical or if they could be a little bit random. A challenge like this, I think, calls for the random, right? Because you don't want your eye to necessarily go to your character. It should be a little bit of a hunt. So I think in a situation like this, it's good to have the chaos. Okay, so did anybody find all 7? I know Weasley knows, and Amanda probably. Okay, so we've got the frog right here. We've got the rabbit in the back. We have right back in here, I'll zoom in, is the gingerbread man. We've got the bear right here. The monster in the bush. And the lion right here. And then lastly, we have Doug guarding the back. Isn't that adorable? I think that's so cute. You did such a good job. Let's see. I can see there's been a couple more uploaded. Quinn! It's Cozy Corner. Okay, thanks for letting me join this server. It was very intimidating. You were very intimidated by the theme, but you're happy with how yours turned out. You may want to try and play with the lighting a bit. You're worried that it's too dark, ? Okay, let's see. I don't think, okay, right off the bat, I don't think it's too dark. Your character is very well lit. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here for myself. It's very cute. I like it. Oh, look at the little frog down here. I like that it's you're playing up the whole camouflage aspect. I get it right away. I mean, I understood it. It's not like you're trying to hide your character necessarily, but you're basically playing off a camo, right? Yeah, I mean, I think this looks nice. I like the walls and the sand fountain in back too. And you have this whole green thing in the center underneath the gazebo. Love the capybara and the positioning here. I don't think it's too dark. But yeah, it's cute. I like it. I think, did I get everybody? If I didn't get you, please shout it out so I can take a look. But I think I got it. You wanted it to be obvious, but not too obvious. Yeah, for sure. I get that. Absolutely. Okay, perfect. There's so much talent. I agree. I couldn't agree more. Everybody is so creative. I'm I'm always floored at what people can do in this game in Dream Snaps. It never ceases to amaze me of what people can pull off with Dream Snaps. And you like that everyone's so different. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've toured a lot of different valleys. I've watched a bunch of streams of tours of different valleys, and it's amazing to me that it's the same plaza, but everybody can do it so differently. I mean, sometimes you can look at someone's plaza and go, how did you get that much in there? Because it looks bigger. Your plaza has to be bigger than mine, right? And it's not, but we all just decorate and do things so differently. So you guys have, with Decor Camp and whatnot, has anyone tried to decorate with some of the things that they've learned and been successful with it? I'm just kind of curious, based on what we talked about last time, or maybe earlier in the stream this time, has anyone had any kind of aha moments or success with colors that they didn't think they could do before? Yeah, I like the challenges that bring out creativity. I agree, Quinn. I agree. You hate yours, Amanda. No, 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 no. Don't, you don't hate yours. Do you want me to show yours, Amanda? Is that what you're asking? Did you post it to Discord? Because I know you said you changed it. I don't think I saw the changed one. Yeah, right? You city in the meadow, cottage. It's like a mullet, right? Do you want me to show yours, Amanda? I don't mind. I still have it up. Oh, you redid your meadow. Okay, great. Did you find yourself having an easier time by using some of those techniques of using smaller builds, etc.? You've only decorated and your plaza's finished. Okay, that's great. That's okay. Do you like how it ended up, your plaza? And so, Coco, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm going to break some news for you. But Coco is planning on opening her, yes, much easier. Oh, great. I am so glad to hear that, Lisa. You watched the VOD back and you were really inspired by the idea of doing a color themed biome. Great. And it helped you get decorate. Yes. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Don't be afraid of decorating. It's your valley. It's not going to bite you. It's under my pick. Okay. I will show it in a second. Okay, so Coco's going to be putting up a application form to do valley tours. I know Mr. Star does the same, and I think they're fantastic. I am not going to do valley tours the same way as Coco and Mr. Star do. They're much more of like they're doing it for video purposes and to show off decor and all that kind of stuff, and I think that's fantastic. And Coco and I are trying to do things in different manners, but kind of the same things. Like, we're both playing Hogwarts Legacy. She's playing it with Panic. I am Plan. I'm showing where everything is in the game, so you can play it at a completionist kind of level. So we're doing it in different styles. I'm going to do the same thing with valley tours. I am not going to be touring valleys for decor purposes. I'm going to be touring valleys for help. So if you have done something in your valley, instead of trying to take pictures and share them, et cetera, whatever, you can request to do a valley tour with me, and we can either do it on stream, maybe on stream sometimes during Decor Camp if we have time left over. I'll say, does anybody have anything you'd like to see or have help with? We can do it that way. Or if you'd like to do it in a private manner where we can do a Discord call, I can pop into your valley, take a look at what you're having trouble with, and give you some help. So that's the way I would like to do valley tours on my end. So that's all coming soon. I know Coco is getting her application thing up and running. I know Mr. Star has his up and running, although his time is a little bit harder to get in. Like his turnover rate is a little slower, as so is Hot Coco's and stuff. But just because Hot Coco has a full-time job, Mr. Star has basically a full-time job streaming and making videos and things, and it takes a lot of work to make videos, let me tell you. It takes a long time. Do I recommend Hogwarts Legacy? Absolutely. 110%. I'm almost 50. And I can play Hogwarts Legacy. Anybody on stream. If you like video games and you can hold a controller, you can definitely play Hogwarts Legacy. I'm playing it at a slow pace of here's where everything is located. So I'll say off here to the left as I'm on the screen making my character go to the left. I will say, here's this chest. Here's a good way to level up quicker. Like I'm giving more hints, tips, tricks, showing it on that kind of a level. Hi, Siffy, welcome in. And then Hot Coco plays by the seat of her pants. She plays to the point where we're all crying, laughing because she's freaking out about the spider getting her, or she's going, no, I hate this. And it's hilarious. And we watch for the lulls, and it's a lot of fun. So like we're planning panic. I'm playing, she's panic. So we both stream Hogwarts each week. I generally do mine on Wednesday evenings, but this Wednesday I have a date with the husband, and I will be streaming on Thursday. And then the following week is the big update, and we're all going to be watching all the different streamers do update stuff. So focus on who you want to watch for the update stuff. Hogwarts Legacy was beyond your gaming abilities. I mean, I get that. They do have a story mode, which is a lot easier to play it on than just easy. Yeah, it's a great game. It's so much fun. And there's a lot of hidden things. If you're a Harry Potter fan, there's a lot of hidden fun little things in Hogwarts Legacy. I love it. So the next thing I'm working on in my Eternity Isle, decor-wise, is my Alice in Wonderland area of my amusement park. So that's where I'm at. Trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm just not sure how I want to place items out or whatever. I plunked a bunch of stuff down at the moment. I think I'm just kind of leaving it until I can figure it out, the layout and whatnot. But this is where it's going to live for sure. Guys, the park is not open over here yet. Go back to where the rides are open and running. Have I played Epic Mickey? So I played the very first Epic Mickey that was on the Wii, and I stunk at it because the Wii controllers I just couldn't do it. So I started it, but I don't know. I think, is it on other platforms now, or is it just Switch? You could host a stream full of chaos. For sure. For sure. For those of you who are new to the channel, by the way, Marmalade is my daughter. So when I say tech support is here, it's her yelling at me. Or if I've done something to mess up the stream elements or OBS, it's her yelling at me. How many of you have the DLC? Just out of curiosity, is there anybody who doesn't? Do I have the Bayou Cottage and do I recommend it? Yes and yes. Let me show you what I did with it. The thing with the Bayou Cottage is the cool thing about it. It's kind of like the Jungle House, is that it goes in the water as well as on land, and which can make it really fun to decorate with because it adds that dimension into the water. This is my Glade Island, which I have turned into like a New Orleans build for Tiana. And there's like a mansion back here and whatnot. But I have the Bayou Cottage, just kind of what it sounds like. So you can see I kind of like think of it like you've seen the movies where like there's a backwoods guy who's barefoot all the time in overalls and he has a corncob pipe and everything. That's kind of who I imagine lives here. So yeah, I mean, you can see though it goes into the water. So I really like how it fits into any kind of build. I gave him a little outdoor bathtub because that's the kind of guy he is. 78% in love with Jasmine. Ooh. You're going to head out to prep. Yay. Hot Cocoa is going to stream right after me, folks. So I'll link. Marmalade just linked her channel. Fantastic. You guys can go in there. It was awfully specific. Okay. Do you guys build with something in mind, though, when you see a house skin? Like, do you have something in mind? Or do you just say, this is where it looks good? You're buying it. No problem. I don't mind showing. I have, I think, all the house skins. So if anybody has a question about any of them, let me know. Yeah, I mean, he lives off the train tracks. He eats fish all day long. I mean, do you make up stories for your people? I make up stories. His name is Edgar. I mean, I don't know. I'm just Ed, the backwoods guy. You sort of want it on your beach. I mean, that would be really cool. You know what it looks really good with is the Lost and Found building and the Amazon Annie boat. Those three things look really, really good together in a build. Kind of brings it all together to a certain degree. That Lost and Found building, that looks good with it. But yeah, this is my Glade Island. I put a train station up here. I love designing. I love having fun with it. The Amazon Annie boat. Okay, so where do I have that? On the docks. So I think the Amazon Annie boat and the Lost and Found building came in the same bundle. It's this little building here. So you can see why it would look good with the shack. I mean, it just looks cute. And then this is the Amazon Annie boat. They're tour boats at Disney itself. That's where the item comes from. So in there, I forget somebody who's more of a park aficionado could answer. I'm not sure. But the boat itself is a tour boat that goes on the water at Disney and whatever. So yeah, you can see I use them in my amusement park build to do the exact same thing. So there's a little bit of a route that the boats are taking around my water. So you can see they kind of go this way around the front. So yeah, if you see it, I would, if you like using that building. They look really good together though with that particular building. And then this fencing is Eternity Isle fencing, and it has kind of a little bit of a nautical, let me see if I can see a piece that has it. You can see right there's like fishing kind of line in the fence itself. And there's like little buoys that hang off a section of it too, if you get it long enough. But this fencing is really fun to use near the water as well. So those are all really good to group together. Harvey from Animal Crossing. Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely be that too. But yeah, I make up little stories for my things. You got the Lost and Found recently, but it was so low. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was part of a set or if it was on its own. I just couldn't remember. Mulan, nice to see you. Yeah, so here in my amusement park build, and by the way, I am saving the shards here for. I do clean up my valley every day, but I'm saving these for the star path now that we're getting closer. I don't think we need to do it for like weeks on end necessarily. Like I'm cleaning up my night thorns in my valley. I'm not keeping those because if you have so here, okay. I kind of asked quickly, does anybody not have the DLC? And I understand for financial reasons if you don't. I don't judge that whatsoever. I get that 100%. I mean, we need eggs, right? And Lord knows that's sucking up enough of my money. The grocery store is insane. Sorry, I'm not going to get on that particular soapbox. But the DLCs are worth it for the game itself, in my opinion, for several reasons. Number one, you get some really fun characters and storylines and extra gameplay, right? I mean, I talked about that I'm looking forward to the critters because I don't really have much to do in my game. It's just decor at this point for me. So the thing with having Storybook Vale and Eternity Isle is that I was able to have all new characters and storylines, and they brought quite a bit of decor. That's the other thing, is that when you get Eternity Isle, like you get this pathing that you see here that every single content creator absolutely loves, and I don't care which one you're watching, they're using this path because it's amazing. You're going to get new fencing. You're going to, well, unless we're talking Storybook Vale, but don't get me started on that one. So the foliage that has come about, like Quinn said, it's a game changer. The DLC offers so many different opportunities when it comes to the Star Path. Like we had even the Parks Fest that we just did with Scrooge, he was asking for square gems or round gems. I did it in Eternity Isle. You know, I wasn't even over in the valley. So when it comes to duties like no problem, AbFab. Thanks for joining us. I hope you had a good time. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you soon. But yeah, I think having the DLC offers new characters, new questing, new foliage, new path, new fencing, new items, the opportunity to level up your characters faster. Because if you're like, let's say I'm doing Alice and she was a miner for me, I had 3 places to mine with her and it worked to level her up. That's just not stuck to the valley. So the ancient vacuums, Jean, you're exactly right. There's just, I think, more opportunity to progress and make things easier. There is 70 likes. Yay. Thank you guys so much for the 70. Guys, thanks. Hi, Ella. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're talking about the DLC content. So yeah, I think I recommend it. It's all on sale. Well, I don't know if Eternity Isle is on sale, but I do know that Storybook Vale is on sale. If you can, I recommend it highly. If you can't, 100% understand. And for Decor Camp, I try to stick to Main Valley decor only. I'm only over here in Eternity Isle because we were talking about the pirate build. And then I just started showing stuff because I'm proud of what I did so far. I'm turning my entire Eternity Isle into an amusement park. You bought the veil because of the discount. You don't have that's okay. That's the nice thing about DLC is you can do them one at a time. Work through the Storybook Veil and then go to Eternity Isle when it goes on sale again, which it will. As soon as honestly, I'm thinking as soon as they do a release of the next DLC, which I don't know. Is Mr. Star still here? I don't know. When does everyone think that's going to happen? This year or in 2026? Because I don't know. With part 2 of Storybook Veil hitting, what was the time in between the Oswald stuff and the release of Storybook Veil? Does anyone know? Because I'm not sure when we'll hear about the next DLC. But when they do, they're going to put Eternity Isle on sale again. So if you want to wait, work your way through, Storybook Veil, or the opposite, go through and work your way through Eternity Isle. I really hope it's in December. I mean, marketing-wise, it would be wise of them to release it at the end of November, beginning of December, because they had a big influx of cash because of Christmas sales. There were a lot of, like, let's say PlayStation gift cards or Steam gift cards and things like that because of people wanting Storybook Veil. So I know that it makes sense to release it around Christmas time. Or early. That's true. It could be early, like January, February. I hope it's soon. My prediction is it's going to have like a foresty vibe. I don't know. That's just my feeling. I think it's going to be foliage heavy. I think it's going to be foresty, and I think we're going to see the Evil Queen. I think we're going to get maybe Snow White in an Act 2. It's not going to be right away, but I think it might be in an Act 2. And I think we're going to get Winnie the Pooh. That's just my thoughts. I'm saying it out loud because I'm manifesting it, I got to be honest. I don't know anything. I'm just manifesting it. Snow White and Evil Queen. Oh, God, I hope so. The thing is they've already got... The thing you have to understand is Gameloft is not Disney. It's a separate company. And so with Gameloft being a separate company, they have to purchase the rights for things, which is why the Star Wars stuff was so expensive. I'm sure that was more for them to purchase the rights to produce that in graphic form on a game. Now, when it comes to things like the Snow White franchise and Winnie the Pooh franchise, they've already paid for some rights because we have pictures, right? Like we know we're getting that tapestry from Snow White. We have Winnie the Pooh content already in the game, whether that's the stacks of honey pots, but even the font, that's all copyrighted things that they have to pay for. So business-wise, it makes sense to bring in Winnie the Pooh and Snow White stuff because they've already purchased a lot of those rights already. So we'll see. We'll see. Under the Sea. I know. Hot Cocoa's trying to always make Under the Sea thing happen. I say I don't think graphically it's going to happen for a little bit, but just because I can imagine the coding that has to happen for like a water kind of biome. I mean, obviously you can fake it like we do in Dream Snaps and stuff, but I think that would have to be rendered out. Sorry, I just realized I haven't saved my game in a hot minute. Raise your hand if you're paranoid about saving game. Oh, let me go. You dream of walking with Winnie the Pooh. Oh, me too. Me too. I want Winnie the Pooh so bad. Storybook Veil was released November 20th. Okay. So, I mean, it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility that we could see a new DLC in November or December. I'm hoping. Let's just all put that out into the universe. Let's put that out into the universe. What are so they did Storybook Vale and they did Eternity Isle. So Isle, Vale, Valley. What is another kind of synonym for those things? I'm trying to think what they could possibly name it. I mean, obviously we're prognosticating, but we don't know anything. By the way, I changed my well to this over here. Does it look good? I can't decide if I like it. But I was sick of looking at the plain one. The bind is so vibrant. It just looked boring. I just couldn't decide. I just realized I didn't check my Scrooge store over here. So when they release a DLC, is it like a Neverland? I mean, that would be cute, right? Oh, I'm not expecting anything in here. Remy, I am not doing your quest. It's just not happening. Yeah, nothing. Nada. You think you need a bind well skin? I agree. I agree. Oh, I have the Momrath. I wish we could visit Scrooge stores and everything, other than the Valley. 100 Acre Wood, which could include Snow White. It's true. I mean, they both have that forest vibe. That's why I'm thinking it might be that kind of that direction. Dale or Glen could work. Ooh, interesting. Okay, Dale or Glen. I like Glen, I think, better than Dale. Don't tell Dale that I said that, but I think I like Glen better. Sorry, bad joke. Bad joke. Bad joke. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm looking at my list here. We talked about pathing. Let's go take another look at that for those of you who may have joined late. We're just going to take an overhead look at pathing that we did and talked about. We talked about pathing. We talked about kind of using foliage. We talked about the 3-5-7 rule, decorating in groups of 3, 5s, and 7s. We talked about, and Marmalade got the kind of Google form up, or Survey Monkey, about what we could maybe do for future decor camps. The next decor camp has not been set yet. Because of the update coming in. We have the update coming on the 18th of June, and then July 8th or 9th. It's that following Wednesday after the 4th of July. We have the second part of Storybook Vale. So because of that, I think I want to allow time for, let's talk about, different builds and things for Peter. We're going to look at all the, streamers who are doing updates, all of that. So we'll probably won't do another decor camp until maybe the second week in July, but I definitely want to keep doing them. So here's what we did with pathing. So you can see how we can enhance the same path just using different items from stones, the rock clusters, straight, keeping everything straight versus rotation. Oh, it could be mountains. Oh, that'd be so cool, Baz. I am a mountain girl. I don't live anywhere. That's not true. I live near mountains, but I don't live in a mountainous region. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I don't live where I can look out my window and see mountains, but I would love to. I would love to. You wish the Veil update came out on the same day as Peter. I know, me too. I cannot wait for Aurora and Maleficent. We talked about using petals in conjunction with the rock clusters. We talked about then building up our path with height, not just at the ground level. And then we talked about maybe unconventional items like the ice cream booth. We talked about flower beds, fencing, etc. So that's what we talked about with pathing. Here's a good one. We're going to be getting Peter all of us, regardless of what kind of DLC you have, we're all getting Peter, and pirate items will be on the forefront of everyone's mind. So I wanted to take just a minute. Oh, you look, you live in the mountains, Cynic. Love it. The cell reception is rough. Okay, facts. There is that. So if we're looking at furniture items, we have a lot of different items that we can use for pirate builds that you might not think about. If you do have Eternity Isle, there are things you can use as pirate items that aren't necessarily thought to be that. But like this glyph standing stone can be pirate. These lamps are going to be great for a pirate build. Let's see, frogs, fireflies. Anything that you could work in the glade, I think, that feels natural to you there is going to be good for a pirate build. Even things like apothecary kind of stuff. Like if you've ever seen pirate movies or anything like that, there's always the town, right? Like in Pirates of the Caribbean, they go to Tortuga. Those are real places, actually. So actually, if you go, we talked about, I'm going to go back to my screen. We talked about Googling. If you type in pirate town, you can probably get some. Yeah, there are all kinds of villages or paintings or things that are made to look like pirate builds. You can get some really good inspiration. So using these barrels are going to be your friend. The flaming torches, the oil pot lamps, the beach torches, like the tiki torches, Eric's ship. If you haven't gotten Eric's ship, my guess is that's going to come in the premium shop as a like a sale item, or it's going to start popping up in recommended sections. So keep your eye out for Eric's ship if you don't already have that. But yeah, just type in Pirate Town. There are real places that were rebuilt. Like I know in Jamaica. In a lot of different places in the Bahamas. All of those places have like a touristy pirate area because that's actually where the pirates were. The Carolinas have that. So at any rate, just type in Pirate Town. You'll get some ideas of how you could decorate and what items you could maybe use in a build that would enhance your pirate area. So I hope that helped. Any questions over the stuff we went over? We went over Star Snaps, Portal. If you could drop the Portal link again, Marmalade or Jay. I don't know if Jay's still here. I didn't see him leave, or he might be lurking. Go ahead and drop the Portal link, and then we can, if you've not joined that would be awesome. Star Snaps is optional but fun. It's just meant for fun. So if you wanted to participate in that would be cool. We talked about all that. So yeah, Discord, drop your snaps, ask me questions, chit chat with one another, have good time. That's what Dreamlight Valley and the community is all about. But I'll wrap it up there because I'm always told that I go over, and I promised myself I wasn't today. I promised the family I'm going to end on time. I swear we will have dinner eventually. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate the likes on the stream and everybody coming in today. It was fantastic. I'll be streaming DDV again on Friday at noon Eastern, and we'll be doing Harry Potter on Thursday night. So I hope to see all of you soon. Thank you guys so much, and keep on dreaming. And I obviously have several screens now, so you just saw Harry Potter, but bye. Oh, and please, if you can, jump into Hot Cocoa stream and just say hi from Jam. Bye, guys.